I think I had a beer at the Friday Night SmackDown Friday night, and that was it for the weekend.
Oh, well, how do you not have a beer at the SmackDown?
Exactly.
Yeah, get two and put them together.
Well, my son actually bought them.
Yeah.
Because I said, hey, you should at least buy me a beer. And I don't know why I thought that, because then I realized afterwards, I didn't buy the tickets. My wife did, but it still came out of my bank account. So,
So, were there any rednecks there the other night?
a couple,
I mean, other
here
than
and
you
there.
and your son.
a few here and there.
Yeah. Was it Riggins? You say it looked rowdy on TV.
It did for the thing that you just brought up. I could tell through the television screen. I was like, "Oh, there's a lot of rednecks in there."
Well,
I mean,
there were the racial component of the eating.
Yeah.
A lot of different types of people. They're a very diverse
Really?
group. Yeah, and it was
What were the diverses?
white,
black,
Hispanic,
Asian. A lot of Asian wrestling
Didn't
fans.
see a lot of Asian wrestling fans. It did not. A lot of men, a lot of women. It was a very,
Swedes?
very
Were the
diverse
Swedes
group.
there?
A couple of Swedes. I saw a couple of Swedes in the crowd.
We love the SmackDown.
French.
Gunther is their favorite wrestler. He's the Intercontinental Champion. Packed
Yeah.
to the rafters.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. But just because there were rednecks, I'm not saying that that's bad. Not all rednecks
Yeah.
are bad people. It's just like everything else. You got your good and you got your bad. You take them both, and there you got the facts of life. You know, right there. But I just, that's. Would that be their core demographic? You think of the wrestling?
What, the rednecks?
The Great American Redneck.
I don't know that I would go that far, because they sell out. I mean, they sell out. Well, you've always said that rednecks don't have to be from the South, so
Right.
It's possible, yeah.
Because it's like with us, we will do material on the show and then say, okay, well, look, we don't want that to run off women listeners or viewers or whatever, because that's our core demographic. But then we want everybody else as well, so we want to be friendly to everybody. But so do they ever do stuff and you think they come up with ideas and go, that's going to offend the rednecks, so we can't do that.
know.
We
I don't
can't
think
go
they
against
do.
our main demographic.
I'm not sure. I don't think they would do that. But yeah, it was packed, except for two sections that the big WrestleMania sign blocked. Those people could not have, in those two sections, they could not have seen the ring. Everything else completely sold out.
No
Top to
fights
bottom,
in the
all around.
crowd?
None that I saw, no.
How much do they charge the same amount for beer and all that at those events as they do at basketball games and stuff like that, NBA
It
games?
seems to be the same price, yeah.
It's incredibly high. I mean, it's just crazy.
It's like $12 for a 16-ounce beer or something like that. I think, something like that.
Oof.
I'm not sure if that's completely accurate, but I'm in the ballpark on that.
Yeah. So, a lot of babies ain't getting child support this month. We had to go to the wrestling.
Maybe. Yeah, I watched it from home. It's tough for me to get into the women's wrestling. I'll be honest.
It was tough for me to. I thought part of what they did was just too long, and it's a storyline that I'm not interested. I haven't really kept up with it that much, and that's why I don't know the details. There are only a couple of people that I knew really what was. Oh, I know this story or that story. You know what I mean?
I used to like it when the hot Sable would come out, and it'd be all about how she's so hot.
It's not like that anymore.
Not really.
No, they don't.
They really wrestle and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's where I wouldn't want to watch that, because I don't like watching women fight.
Yeah.
And then you say it makes sense though that their storylines would take longer to get out and get done, because they're women. They're much more wordy, and they got to go into more details and all of that kind of stuff.
And one of them had kind of an awkward end to it, but the one I liked, Bianca Belair, I think is cool. I liked watching her wrestle. She's really good. They're super athletic, very different than they used to be.
But what do you mean it was an awkward ending? Kind of like the women on TikTok just keep going on.
Just kind of like they weren't. I don't know if they were sure how it was supposed to end.
Yeah.
There was a moment where you was kind of like, oh, okay, is this over? Is this not over? What are we doing here?
Are there little girls who want to be like the women wrestlers?
Oh yeah,
you see them at the matches.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they had their little signs that said like, I'm for Bailey or whatever.
It's a shame we can't get Jesus in the ring. Teach kids to have him as a hero. If that's the only way we could get it done, that would be good.
But they may have Jesus as a hero too. You never know.
Yeah,
You never
fewer
know.
and fewer people are, brother.
That's
He's
true.
looking at Jesus as a hero.
There's a lot of controversy over those G's. Is it? I don't know how they. I don't know that group. Whoever the group is that does the Jesus commercials.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say that. It's just Jesus, but they emphasize the commercials they had in the Super Bowl. But man, those were controversial. They're getting a lot of talk about those on
Yeah.
social media, and it's not
Yeah,
like
they're-
oh good, everybody's talking about it. No, it's good. It's like there's a lot of angry
Conservatives,
conservatives,
Yeah.
Christians, however you want to phrase it.
good people.
Yeah,
The good people are upset.
yeah. I'm not sure that it.
If you're not upset, then you're not a good person.
Yeah,
You're on the wrong team.
yeah. He gets us, is what they say.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I've been seeing those pop up here or there, I knew that it, because I'm a trained political commentator, analyst, and I can tell when something is edging toward which direction, of the political spectrum. And I can tell watching all of those that they've had good meanings and make you think and all of that.
Yeah.
But I knew there was going to come a day very soon when they were going to drop the hammer and really show what their agenda is. And I think that happened during the Super Bowl.
is that? I've seen this in several places, but I don't know it to be fact because it's on Twitter, and a lot of times I don't believe anything the stuff I see on Twitter. Is that the Hobby Lobby people that are one of the groups that are really behind that
I don't know.
group?
I don't know.
I don't know what the name of the group is.
Yeah, because the Hobby Lobby people are usually on point with their stuff. But either way, it was a big sports weekend for Ace, going to the wrestling and watching the Super Bowl
Yeah.
all in one weekend.
Crazy.
I went to bed before Reba sang, and I turned it off and went to sleep after the first series when Christian McCaffrey fumbled, because I knew then it's over, and I was right.
Turns
I was
out
like,
you were right.
no need to keep watching this. It's over.
It's just like the
49ers
Panthers
just lost. And then what happened? I was right. They could have just ended it right there.
Back it in.
I wish Taylor would have called it. Just said, all right, that's it. Game over.
Yeah.
Like the referees would do if it's lightning or something.
Start using her lyrics and stuff in all the
Yeah.
calls. That would have been amazing.
So who all was up in there with her in the booth? I know Ice Spice was.
Yeah.
And it's a shame they didn't get her to come out and perform her new song, her latest song. Isn't it her latest song? It says, you think you're the shit, but you ain't even a fart, or something like that. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
What a masterful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was her,
Hang on, let me
Blake
see.
Lively,
Uh-huh.
Lana Del Rey.
Oh,
Right.
Del Rey.
Who else? I think those were the only celebrities.
Well,
Yeah,
who's,
there was a bunch of people in there, though. And was his mama in there and his brother with
I
her?
think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Well, that's good.
hang on, I got
They got a little family time going in there. She allowed them. And that Ice Spice looks like she's maybe 11 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't she look really young?
Yes.
How old is she?
20s.
She is?
Miles Teller and his wife were there. And apparently Taylor's mom, dad, and brother were there also.
Of course.
Well, I saw her mama was there. And her mom and dad are divorced, right? They split up. What is the story with them? My wife was trying to tell me that they're trying to get back together or something. I don't know.
I think they are separated. Or they're not together. But I don't know.
Are you talking about Taylor's family, or
Yeah.
Because I know the Kelsey, their parents aren't together either.
Yeah, but haven't they been divorced though? They've been split up,
They said they broke up after they all went to college. That like they were
Yeah.
just keeping it together for the kids, I guess.
right?
Well, I've
But
got
then
a friend that did that.
I saw a little clip on the social medias that Jackson Mahomes got turned away by a cop because he was trying to get to Brittany's his sister-in-law's table for something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was dying laughing watching that because he looked so upset.
So that is real. I wasn't sure if that was real or not. Or if they'd cut two things together or something.
They might have cut two things together, but they were certainly trying to imply, because Brittany's reaction was hysterical. She just goes, "Ooh," like, who cares? Sorry.
Yeah.
You can't come in. But it might have been edited. I don't know.
So they really wouldn't let him in?
It certainly looked that way.
It didn't seem that way.
But why?
No.
He probably didn't have credentials because he probably thought he could just get through. Do you know who I am? I'm Patrick's brother.
But, I mean, they couldn't vouch for him?
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
It looked like Brittany Mahomes was glad that he wasn't.
Yeah. Like, if I were somewhere and they wouldn't let my wife's sister in, and I could see her over there trying to get in. Now, obviously, I would tell them not to let her in.
Yeah, of course.
But that seems strange coming from Brittany Mahomes, because she and Jackson are so close, it seems like.
Yeah, until all that stuff started coming out about Jackson.
Oh.
And then it kind of seemed like that stopped. All the TikTok dances and on the sidelines, that seemed to end rather abruptly.
You know, but they never charged him with anything. Or they never pursued that. I think it was the lady who accused him then declined to testify. I think, and they said, well, if she doesn't testify, we have nothing, because it's just kind of his word against her word, and so those charges were dropped, and nothing ever came of it.
Well, I know I wouldn't let my sister-in-law into an event.
Hell no. With that big bottle of Yellowtail.
Mm-hmm. She and her husband quit drinking for the new year, yeah.
Who's that, Brittany and Jackson?
No, Christy and Chuck.
Oh, Christy and Chuck, okay.
Yeah, they...
What's that about?
Diet.
Oh.
Yep, they both lost some weight, but I guess you do that when you stop drinking a box of wine every night.
Yeah. You're going to slim down pretty quick.
You get that Magnum at Sam's Club. That's the giant bottle of wine, isn't it? The Magnum size?
Yeah.
Is that the go-to phrase for giant Magnum?
I don't know, Rob.
Just like a condom.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I'm trying to talk about wholesome drunk people.
Sorry.
You just always got it on your mind. You shopping at the D-Mart, aren't you? There are convenience stores around here called D-Marts, like capital D Mart.
Really?
Yeah. And then we passed one the other night, and I told Jody, that's when you shop.
Shop at the
D-Mart.
You got a loyalty card there.
There's a place on Beatty's Ford called Mighty Midget Market, and I was like, how can they still do this?
Mighty Midget?
How can you name your place this?
That's odd. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by
They
that.
still call, midget dills, like little pickles. Aren't those called midgets?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think they would be anymore. would
Don't they call little dirt cars that? Ace? Little dirt racing
like
cars?
quarter midgets and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a normal convenience store. It's not like it's,
I guess as long as you ain't talking about people.
Yeah.
It should be fine as long as you're not talking about people.
Yeah, because do they call the drivers of those cars midget drivers?
No.
Because I wouldn't think that would be accepted.
Yeah, no, they do still have midget cars is a class of racing car.
But what do they call the drivers?
Drivers.
They, like we say, NASCAR drivers. They don't use any adjective to describe those drivers.
I think they do it the opposite. They just say he drives
a midget car.
a midget car.
Okay, well they're good.
I'm in the midget series.
They got to be very careful there.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
More than just regular funny. This is extra funny. There's more of Ace and TJ's Extra Funny podcast next.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
All guests of the Ace and TJ show stay at the Hyatt Centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms, incredible dining options. Book your room by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first-class cleaning with the Johnson Group. Attention Charlotte, treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh, seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tableandtwine.com.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities. And we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Should you buy? Should you sell? How do I present my house if I do want to sell it? All of those questions can be answered by the experts, and they can take care of you with the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team knows everything there is to know about selling, marketing, and buying houses. So get in touch with them today at acetj.com/Temple team. The Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
The United States truly is a special place.
The land of the free.
A real melting pot of cultures from all over the world.
Where men, women, and children are given the opportunity to pursue their own little slice of life, liberty, and happiness.
And what better way to celebrate our rich history than with some sweet President's Day furniture deals?
Right now you can save up to $200 on select queen beds. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Neogenics presents the Extra Funny Podcast. Find out more about Neogenics at acetj.com/Neogenics. Now, Ace and TJ.
Riggins, I can't believe we've made it through almost the entire day, and you haven't mentioned a thing about it being National Poop Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, today is National Poop Day.
That didn't pop up on the sources I usually check out.
Yeah. It's always celebrated the Monday after the Super Bowl. Doesn't actually have much to do with the game, though. It's just the way it usually pops up. It says 46% of people will only poop with other people around, quote, if it's an emergency, end quote. I mean, it would have to be a really, really dire emergency. But they needed to find other people. Like, who does that mean? Does that mean like at a party or around people who are really good friends, or whatever?
I want them to define around. In the house.
Yeah, I'm thinking that you're at a party, there's a party at your house, and then you just have to go to, the farthest bathroom away,
right,
and be gone for a few minutes. It says that 63% of Americans admit to holding off on going to the restroom around a date or significant other. Knowing how you are about it, Riggins, how you're so against using the bathroom away from home and that sort of thing. When you were with your girlfriend, that was the most serious relationship you'd ever been in, a few years ago, right? Where y'all were, together all the time and sharing one with another. Would you do that if she were in your apartment or vice versa? Would you go to the bathroom for that business?
I'm sure I did.
You would?
Yeah, I don't recall specifically, but I don't think I ever did at her place.
Yeah, but you would go off, or sometimes I guess when she's sleeping later.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I honestly don't even remember. But yeah, I think that's probably good advice. On a date with a new significant other or something like that, see if you can figure out a way to not do that.
And it said some people avoid eating dairy products or anything like that, or spicy foods on dates and things, so they don't have to go to to the restroom.
You need to go to a doctor. Like if you, I don't know, that's not the solution.
Yeah, if you have something that's cream based, and then all of a sudden you got to go poop, then you need a gastro exam of some sort.
How long does it take you to figure that out? How many times after that should you figure that out? Like the second time you have something cream based, or they're like, I guess think this is the problem. This could be the problem.
Alexis has that. She's lactose intolerant. I don't know how she discovered that, but hopefully it wasn't on a date or, where she was trying to impress somebody. Because that is just bizarre. You got to train your body to do it the right way. I don't know.
And I don't believe people when they say, as soon as I drink a cup of coffee, I got to go right then.
Yeah.
The coffee just brings it on. I don't believe. I think that's more of a routine psychological thing.
Probably is.
Yeah, it's my morning routine. But you never hear millennial women post about that on social media. They always post about their coffee, but they don't ever post about having to poop right after.
That's what we want to see.
Yeah, but that's what which kind of brings me back to something we've talked about many times that I would be curious about. The guy in particular I always think of that when we used to work in the radio station, that he would come in and take the newspaper and his cup of coffee and go into the bathroom and sit in the bathroom stall. Mm-hmm. He probably had a cup of coffee at home or two, and by the time his drive to work got him there, it had kicked in. So, and so he's taking the next cup of coffee to try to get the whole process knocked out at one time.
No, I just think with him it was just his routine, his morning ritual.
Yeah, his body got used to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because people who are taking a beverage into the public restroom with them, that's a special breed of person. They don't think like the rest of us. No. It's not what you would really call the upper echelon of sophistication and civility. What? Somebody who's eating or drinking in a public restroom.
Oh, this gives me the chills. Going there.
Yeah.
Sitting there on the toilet drinking coffee.
And that stall was one of those handicapped stalls, so it was big enough. He could have just put a little tray in there.
Left it in there.
Yeah, just set up a coffee maker, get him a Keurig or something, and just get it all going.
I just remember going in, you'd hear the newspaper. He'd have it. Sometimes it'd be like spread out on the floor or something. What are you doing? Yeah.
Or those people who say, as soon as I smell coffee, I got to go.
That was my brother. He said,
really?
He says that when he smells it.
Do you think that's just that he physically does that, or that's got to be a psychological thing from smelling it.
Yeah,
because that wouldn't have any effect on the body. At all.
It probably is physical, but it's because it's psychological.
But I don't know exactly what we're supposed to do to celebrate National Poop Day.
Yeah, what do they recommend?
I guess pooping.
Take a picture of your poop,
or go tell everybody about it.
Yeah,
I'm not ashamed no more.
Just had a great poop.
Mm-hmm. God, I can't stand
everybody come
that.
look.
Oh man, I can't stand people who think that it's funny. They want to talk about it and laugh about it.
Come in here, check this out.
When they're, I gotta go.
You ain't gonna believe what I just did in here.
Yeah, I went to school with a guy, and he was a couple years older than I was, and we played football together. And he thought that farts and pooping and all that stuff was so funny, and he would do it. He would fart all the time. But I remember one time somebody else farted, and they didn't want to. They were, trying to hide the fact that they had done it, and it was thinking, and he took credit for it, even though it wasn't his, just because he thought it was funny. He's like, that was so cool. I did it.
Everybody will laugh at me, even though I didn't do it.
It's like, good Lord.
Have I ever told you what my brother used to do to his wife?
No.
He'd go to the bathroom and he'd come out and go, somebody get me a stick. It's not going to go down like this. Many, many times. I'm sure she loved it.
I'm sure she thought that was hysterical.
I'm sure many times she pointed out, I don't want to know anything. Stop doing that.
Woo. What was the story about the guy at our last radio station who broke off a broom handle or something in the toilet? You remember that?
Yeah. Who was that?
His name was Marty. Right? Isn't Marty the one that broke it off?
Marty was in sales. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I totally forgot. What happened?
Oh
What
my
was
I
the
think
story?
somebody had led him astray and told him how to unclog the toilet, and he took a broom. I think it's the way he took a broom handle and was trying to jab it down into the hole of the toilet.
Yeah, I think that's
and it broke off. And then somebody else can say you should just use the plunger. You need to force it down that way. But he broke a broom handle off, and he's walking around with the broom with the broken hand. He wasn't walking around with that stick part.
I forgot about
He's
that.
going,
Oh
I
my
broke
God.
the broom in the toilet.
What in the hell? You ever thought of a plunger? Maybe he's embarrassed to ask for a plunger. So he's like, do you guys have like a broom? I mean, what the hell?
He wasn't embarrassed of any of it. He was like,
Why not
because he
ask
was
for a
running around with the
plunger
broom
then?
going, look, I broke the effing broom. And they told me that's how to unstop the toilet.
That is like, hang on a second. You're walking around showcasing the broom when it was just in the toilet.
Hey, I know this damn plunger ain't gonna do the trick. I need a broom.
Because I want to know how the broomstick got out of the toilet once it broke off. Who had to reach in there and get it?
You think engineering had to fix that for him?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I know they weren't thrilled.
There's no way you're thrilled.
Could anyone have been thrilled with that?
No one's. I mean, your name's Marty already. You're already looking like a doofus, and now you're shoving broom handles down to the toilet. You never stood a chance.
I always liked him though. He's cool.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Well, you threw him under the bus, but I didn't call him Marty.
Well, I know nobody
Nobody knows.
knows.
His name wasn't Marty.
There's more of the Extra Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ Show. Next.
When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. This one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her, her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, I mean, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right. Cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Toccato Companies.
It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime, thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/neogenics, Neogenics.
Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. Their family business has served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile for over 50 years. Go to bradhambrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today.
Great food, great drinks, great service, and great atmosphere. You can find them all at one place. Fahrenheit on South Caldwell in Uptown Charlotte, 21 stories above the city. Get details and make reservations at acetj.com/Fahrenheit.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culver's.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
More than just a little funny. This is extra funny. This is the Ace and TJ Show's Extra Funny Podcast.
One thing that just makes me hurt is knowing that after the Super Bowl last night and all the press conferences and all of the appearances in the stadium and all the stuff that you're required to do as a player and everything, even after all of that, what time did the game end? Like 11 something?
Yeah, which would have been 8 something their time.
Right.
Vegas time.
Okay. So they didn't get out of there until probably 10 their time, at least. They didn't get out of the stadium, get through with their official business.
At least.
And then they went to go to a party with the Machine Gun Kelly at that time of night. Good Lord.
Come on now.
Oh,
well,
that makes me hurt. I'd have been so, I'm going to bed.
I'm curious, though, did they go back to the hotel first and have usually there's a party at the hotel first. That's not the one Machine Gun Kelly performed at, is it?
Oh, I don't know. I just know that they were out at some club with the Machine Gun Kelly deal. And
so they probably went back to the hotel because the Chiefs organization probably threw a huge party for the team.
And do you have to go to that? If you're on the team, is that required?
You probably feel like you have to. They'll probably make some speeches.
Even the kickers and stuff,
yeah,
because they're older, they be in the bed. So I'd be going to bed.
It was probably an easy, at least midnight, 1 a.m. before they rolled out of that party to go out on the town and see what's going on.
Andy Reid's not going to all that shit. I'm pretty. There's no way. He's going to get a cheeseburger and go to bed. Go hang out with his wife.
Did you see they gave him a cheeseburger on the set of after the game? They brought him up a cheeseburger and I know you love cheeseburgers, and he was like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Like, I'm kind of tired of that. Yeah. But it hit me, Ace. Your relationship with your wife, Amanda, it has something in common with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Okay. Because wasn't he a fan of hers before they met, and he wanted to date her?
I think so.
I think he was a fan. Remember, because he was trying to get backstage to meet her, and they wouldn't let him. That's how the whole thing started.
Yeah,
he got dissed, and then it came out on his and his brother's podcast, and he put on the social medias that they wouldn't let him back to meet Taylor, and then she reached out to him and said, "Hey, I'm sorry about that." She was like, "Oh, this is a big old football player. He's a big time celebrity himself, and he can make me some big babies."
Yep.
And so that's when she reached out. She reached out to him and said, "Hey, give me them babies out of you."
Yeah.
That's what the whole thing, how it started.
Yeah.
Not that that's how yours started. I'm just going from the fan aspect of it.
Yeah,
he was a fan of hers.
She was a listener for years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yep.
Mm. Yep. Your relationship and their relationship both built on fandom.
Yep.
As it should be.
As it damn should be.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That is right.
Now, how long after you and your wife started seeing each other did all of that go out the window, where she stopped looking at you as somebody special, from a fan aspect, to then acting like you're an idiot?
The Monday we got back from the honeymoon.
Yeah. Oh. From the honeymoon?
Yeah, that's probably.
Oh, she didn't think that after y'all first started dating?
No. It was pretty solid until we actually got married, and then it was like, okay, this guy's kind of.
You got duped.
Yeah, there you go.
See, mine. So luckily, I never had to deal with any of that because my wife's never been a fan of mine. So I didn't have to go through the part with her, looking at me and then, me losing points.
You never got to go, what happened?
I've known you sucked.
It took you a long time, though, Riggins. You grew up a fan of ours and then started working with us. It took you a long time to realize we're not, shit. Really.
Yeah.
The girls seem to figure it out faster.
They do.
Yeah.
It's
funny how that works out.
Quicker.
And Rob wasn't really a fan of ours to begin with.
Right.
That's true.
That's fine.
You know, you listened to country music growing up, and you worked for the new rock station.
You've said this a million times, and every time I tell you, you're the only morning show that I listened to growing up.
Yeah, and I don't believe you.
Okay.
Did you have to?
No, it was my choice. I turned it to that station every morning when I got in the car with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
We're very appreciative.
Well, it doesn't sound like it.
Sounds like you've been lying on my name for a decade.
But then how long did it take you to stop being a fan and just being somebody rolling your eyes at us?
I don't have a good timetable for you, but it wasn't
so long ago.
It wasn't
you
long.
can't even remember.
How long have you worked here now, Ray? Full time?
Oh God, I don't know.
Rob's been 10 years?
11, but it'll be, so 12 this year.
12 this year, okay. Yeah, yours has been longer than that, hasn't it? Ray? Yeah.
6 years, 6, 7 years.
That you've worked here? Yeah, that's all.
But all I'm saying is that Travis Kelce soon will be rolling his eyes at Taylor Swift.
You think it'll work in the reverse?
Yeah, because he was her fan.
Because he was the fan. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So he'll see her in a different light now. All right.
Yeah, after a while he'll be like, okay, well, you know what? If you don't like it, get to stepping.
Well, at least
Taylor.
it's the guy this time.
Who do you think is a more impressive person?
In what way?
All around, like that. Like, whoa, oh my gosh! Like, there are some people that just have it.
I would find. I think I'm impressed by the level of talent that Taylor Swift has and everything. I would probably think I find them both to be impressive because of what they've accomplished in their genre. I don't know anything about him as a person to know if he's impressive as a man or a person or not. But anyway, anybody who has that level of success in the NFL, I'm impressed by their talent. I know a little bit more about her from an all-around standpoint. There are certainly things I don't agree with, but she seems to be kind to the people that work with her, and she's got certainly an impressive amount of talent.
I would think, I don't know. I don't look at either one of them as being, what was the way you phrased it? An impressive person.
Yeah.
Which they are. I mean, they're both very talented, top of their field. I think if you're going to look at it from a talent aspect, I think she probably has a little more all-around talent than he does.
Really?
Yeah. Although, from what I've seen of him, and look, I'm no big Travis Kelce fan, but I am someone who gives credit where credit is due. And he's pretty good at those commercials that he does. He's a pretty good actor when it comes to that sort of thing. And so is she.
Yeah.
So she sings and she writes songs, and y'all say that her lyrics are deep and they're all of that stuff, and some of her songs that I've never heard. So I take your word for that. And yeah, I think she's weird. I'm pretty sure she's probably weird by, normal people standards. She's peculiar. But all around talent, I think she probably edges him out a little bit.
Really? Okay. I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think's better at commercials, Gronk or Travis Kelce?
Oh God. I mean, I like Gronk way better, but bless his heart,
that ain't it.
And I forgot. I didn't take that into account. TJ, you're right. I didn't take into account his commercials. He is good on those commercials.
Mm-hmm.
He's a better personality than Gronk, is what we're saying, essentially.
No, I like Gronk's personality better. Just his acting is not.
Okay.
Not good.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Just embrace it. You're a meathead. Be okay. That's a great thing. You could be a meathead and be totally successful and be loved by everyone. But I think everything they got Gronk doing, it's him like picking something up and smashing it like a bear.
Yeah.
It's like, that's okay.
But those commercials that he does for the military insurance.
USAA.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
He's out in his garden picking up. I can't get this insurance, but you can.
And the one where they're playing pickleball.
Pickleball. That's the one I saw yesterday. The serving thing.
But bless his heart, Nick Saban has been doing them for years, and he's no.
Yeah.
No.
He's no Christian Bale.
He's not. So is Nick Saban not going to be full time on ESPN?
Yeah,
as on every college game day, like with Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit and that whole bunch.
Mm-hmm. Because I think the problem with all of those types of shows is that they just don't have enough people up there.
That's what I'm.
They
that's
just
my point.
don't have enough. They need to add about 10 more people to that desk.
Unless Lee Corso is retiring, you got McAfee and you've got the host. What's his name? Reese Davis, Desmond, Pat McAfee, Kirk Herbstreit, Lee Corso, or whoever's taking that particular place for a while. Then you're going to add another person up there. Plus, they've got like 10 other people that show up on that show all the time anyway, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yesterday, the CBS coverage, I think there were 6 or 7 people at the desk, the pregame desk, and then there were 2 others that they threw to on the sidelines. Matt Ryan was one of them. I can't remember the other guy's name. And it's just too much. You don't need that many people out there. It's almost like they think that the more people that they have, the more prestigious it looks. Like the more big time. Yeah. People equal big time. The number.
And then during the actual game, there was Jim Nance and Tony Romo and Tracy Wolfson, and I forgot the guy's name. He's relatively new that worked the other sideline. So they still had those people.
Something
and
Washburn.
The desk people as well.
Something Washburn is his name.
I don't know.
He looked like a AI.
You think?
Yeah, his hair looked AI.
Is it bad?
No, it's blonde and it's got so much product in it. You can see the comb, like the rake marks in it as
What's
he pulls
his
it
name?
back. Something Washburn, I believe.
Interesting.
But yeah, it looks like the AI in a chat box.
It does look like AI. Yeah, that's ridiculous. He looks like an AI.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's not what's going on there. Yeah, he looks like a damn Tesla robot with a.
Show it to the people.
Oh my God! Here, let me get a good, clear picture. It's like too perfect and.
Well, you see what I'm talking about the rake marks in it, like
Yes.
vacuum cleaner
Yeah,
marks.
here's a close up, kind of. Evan Washburn.
Yeah. Nice.
Damn chat box.
Chat box 1.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast.